Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, and so excited to be here. As per usual, just thought of this call like an hour ago. I was like, I'm going to be live in 5. And then I realized, oh yeah, my children are hungry. So here I am about 15 minutes later, and I'm drinking my tea, and I have 5 ways for you to align, to attract, and then to actually be able to receive more abundance in your life and in your business this week. Okay, and also beyond, as long as you're practicing this. So this last week, there were so many mind-blowing things that happened because I was in tune with these 5 steps, as well as I was doing a lot of EFT, which those of you in the mastermind, you're going to experience the power of this. It was like I was in some sort of vortex. I was so in tune and things were just happening. And that feels so good because when you combine that work that you're doing, that consistency of showing up, right? Because that's such a huge part of it, that consistency of showing up. You're doing the work, you're doing the steps, you're doing the practical. And when you can receive with way more ease, it feels good, right? Because otherwise it feels frustrating and it feels like it's not happening fast enough. So these 5 tips will help you to receive faster. That sound good? Okay, so I'm gonna just make my tea here as everyone comes in. I see that Charlie's here, and I'm sure there's a bunch of you who are coming in or who listen to the recording. As always, please let me know that you are watching the recording. Just say recording or I'm here, so that I know who is engaged and who wants to learn in this group. All right, so let's do this. So I don't have much time at all, so I'm just really going to dive in and just get right to the point for each of these 5. But if you have any questions at all, just put them in the comments here, leave a comment, and I'll get back to them a little bit later today. Okay, so number 1. This one here is called Watch Your Words. Watch your words. We're going to talk about affirmations for a second, but this is everything that you think and everything that you say, you are affirming, especially those words that you say out loud. Okay, so speaking is very powerful. All right, so you could say that I'm doing my affirmations. I have my affirmation on my phone. You're watching a few different things. You're repeating some affirmations out loud. Maybe you're doing that, right? But if the words that you're saying on a just regular conversation is not aligning with those affirmations, it's going to really cancel out those affirmations or make them slow moving. Okay, so we want to give clear communication to the universe. If it's a little bit of, we're in our zone, we're reading our affirmations, but when we're speaking to a girlfriend or to our husband or to our mom, we're saying things that really contradict those affirmations, that's not going to work. So what I want to bring your attention to is the words that you speak and how you actually speak them, specifically the last word of what you're saying. So if your goal is to get out of debt, so I'm out of debt. I'm completely out of debt. That last word is debt, and the focus is on the lack. Even though you're talking about getting out of it, you're still that last word, and that's the word that really sticks. So instead, you would want to replace that. I feel so happy and abundant now that my financials are right. So that last word is going to be so powerful. So just be mindful of how you are speaking and making sure that it's not contradicting to the things that you really want. It's not contradicting to your vision board, right? I feel so lost. That would be, just something that you're saying out loud. And it's not to say that you always have to be positive. There's a time and place to kind of vent and speak really honestly and just say, I'm feeling really stuck, I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling discouraged. You can speak that way too, like a confidant, but then you're moving forward, right? Even though right now I feel that I don't have the answers, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm on the right track. right? So there's a way to flip things around so your words are more aligned with where you are going. And again, bring your mind to that last word of what you're saying, okay? So let me know if that hits home. The second thing I want to talk to you guys about, and this is super quick, but let me know if this is clear for you. The second thing is to step into the feeling of what you're creating. So again, you're in it, you're right in the midst of creating right now. You are sending that message to that potential business partner or some sort of proposal that you're doing or whatever you're working on. And you're like, oh God, like I just hope this works, and this might not be good enough, and oh my God, but like I'm gonna send it anyways, I'm gonna do the work. So all of your emotion is wrapped up in what if it doesn't work? What if I'm not good enough? What if this isn't good? What if they laugh at me? What if it's whatever, right? Instead of saying, okay, so if you're gonna show up to do that work, and you're not aligning your physical emotion to the result that you desire, you might as well not do it at all, because there's a small chance that it might go in your favor, but all of the energy is wrapped up in fear. Okay, so it's not going to work out, right? 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work out unless there's some sort of scenario where you've aligned, someone else has already done the work for you, so you just kind of had to go in to get the yes, okay? So when you're writing that message, you're like, okay, before I send this, let's see here. This is going to feel so good to receive their reply and for them to be excited to hear from me and them to be grateful that I'm reaching out. That's going to feel so good, okay? Send. Okay, difference there. Not like, oh God, send, because it's just not going to work out. You want to make sure the odds are in your favor. So even if you're like, because the thing is, it might not work out, and that's totally okay, but you want to stack the odds in your favor by saying like, oh my God, that's going to feel so awesome when this person says yes, right? Okay, number 3. So take note of what you receive. I've recently covered this on a video that I did, and this is an amazing hack, something that you can do throughout the day or even in the evening before you go to bed. I just use the note section on my phone, and I like to track my money or track the things that I'm receiving. And the reason that I do this is because it's like a gratitude list, it's like a celebration list, but it's really putting me in the mode of like, wow, look at how blessed I am. Look at how much goodness is coming my way. Instead of focusing of like, yeah, but I still need X amount of dollars, or I still need so many more customers, or I'm so far away from my goal. That energy is not going to put you in a place of alignment to receive, right? So on my phone, I track everything that comes my way. And a few examples that I gave the other day was I received a notice in the bank, and it was like an adjustment on our account of like small dollars. Like it literally wasn't even $5. Like it was like, we made an error in your bank account and you've now received whatever it was, like just a small amount of money. Okay, so I'm like, awesome, read it. I was like, bonus. Okay. So when I go into my mailbox, I walk to my mailbox and check our mail every day, and I literally say, money comes easily and frequently from expected and unexpected sources. So I'm expecting goodness to come. And I literally, like, there's always, like, almost always there's something in there that I'm receiving of abundance, right? Because I hear people, like, when I'm going to check the mail, they're like, oh, I know, more bills, right? So I, like, literally opened my mail yesterday, and though there wasn't a check, there wasn't any sort of tangible, like, monetary thing or gift, but there was like a few different things that gave me ideas of people to talk to, of new business ideas, of new marketing ideas. So literally one of the cards in particular, one of the postcards, I noted that down as something that I received today in terms of that creative abundance coming my way. So I'll mark down with that someone bought me a coffee, or that, something worked out maybe my child, got a birthday invitation. Like, we're literally tracking what we are receiving in our lives. Of course, new customers, new business partners, new dollars in our bank account, all of those things. But track the tiny things and the big things, and track the tiny things to attract more big things, because you just feel so abundant. It feels so good. Okay, so next tip I have for you guys is Okay, so this really ties into 3, but it's like we all know about gratitude, but this is like gratitude times like 1,000 times 100,000. It's really getting grateful and expressing your gratitude all the time, right? So it might just mean sending a quick text message to your mom who always helps you out, or to your partner that you noticed that they did a few things that were above and beyond that day. Expressing gratitude to the teacher that teaches your kids. Like, expressing gratitude on a daily basis will put you in more of an alignment place to receive, because you are just so happy and grateful for everything that is going your way and all the blessings that you have in your life. So get grateful and express gratitude in words, in gestures, in text messages, in cards, however you do it, make it part of your daily life. And the 5th tip that I have for you guys is, this is a big one. This is a huge, huge, huge one. Okay, so be mindful of what you believe and what you say out loud and what you put into writing. So here's an example. And the person who wrote this, she might be watching this. So it was on Facebook, and I'm actually going to pull up the exact post here because I had to comment on it, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get a pushback on it, but I had to call it out. So here we go. I'm just scrolling on her page here, and she's doing so many good things, but this little shift will probably it'd be a huge one for her when she changes it. So it was a post, like an actual picture of this quote or of this belief, and it says, "Do you know what I've noticed? Complete strangers are more inclined to help you succeed rather than people you actually know." Okay, so this is what she posted, and then the caption was so true. And again, the picture says, "Do you know what I've noticed? Complete strangers are more inclined to help you succeed rather than people you actually know." Okay, so she posted this like publicly on her Facebook. And this is a very negative belief, right? And even though there's definitely truth that she can find evidence so that is true. 100%. So could I. We all could definitely back that up and say, for sure, there's so many people in my life that are close to me who don't support me, but strangers totally support me, right? So are you looking for evidence for negative beliefs to be true? So my question to her would be, is that thought serving you? Or how much is that belief costing you? And be careful what you believe to be true. Because if we believe this wholeheartedly, then we are constantly, our subconscious mind is going to be looking for evidence to back that up. Oh, look, there we go. Mom didn't support me again. Oh, look, there we go. My cousin so-and-so is with like another company or didn't go with my services. Oh, look, there we go. People in my family, they don't support me. Belief, solid belief, right? Instead, so this is my comment back to her as well as everyone who commented, okay? So I said, careful what you believe, ladies. Your thoughts are powerful. Instead, they are watching. So family might be watching and haven't supported you yet. So changing the belief to instead, my family's watching me. People close to me, right? My closest friends, they're watching me and they haven't yet chose to support me. They haven't yet chose to support me, okay? And better still, how can we support them? So we're in this place of like, they're not supporting me. Like, look at, they didn't put like on my post. Like, what is that about? But shift that. How are you showing up in their lives? So they might not have a business, but is there a way that you can support them? Maybe they're working hard in their career, but we haven't asked them in a while how it's going, right? So just because we have partnered with a company or we are now in business, there is no expectation there that they need to buy our products, use our services, or anything like that. Any expectation is just going to lead to disappointment. And also, like, have we even earned it, right? So think about it that way. Shift your perspective. Go back to a place of love. So how can you support them in their life? And then I also shared with these ladies who were commenting, I said, don't get me wrong. I've definitely had the same sentiment, but it's never been a productive thought to hold. So then I shared with all of them, I'm going to go check out your profiles now. So there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women who posted who agreed with this belief. And I said, I'm going to go see how I can support you. So this post that she did, the crazy thing is, it's a negative belief, but the engagement was huge. There was 24 people who liked it. There are 10 comments, right? But then her post before that, which was super positive, the engagement is much lower, right? So the thing is, people are watching and people like to hop on like, oh yeah, me too. My husband is this, and this, and whatever you're putting out there, right? So let's stay in the positive. Let's watch our thoughts. Let's be careful of what we believe. And I think I've shared this before, but I'll share it one more time because this is where I had the biggest shift in this idea right here. I remember exactly where I was, like literally I could tell you the exact location and everything. I can picture it perfectly. This is probably going back about 10 years ago. And I was with my mentor, Leanne, and we were at this really cool like cocktail function. And I said to her, I was like, I would really love to grow back home, like where I am right now, but people back home, they're so closed-minded. Like there's no way that they'll want to grow this business. So there's no way that they'll be open to wellness and health. And she said, okay. She's like, be careful what you believe, because if you want that to be true, keep on holding that thought, but maybe look for evidence that your community is changing, that they are rising, that they do need someone like you to show them another way. So those are my 5 tips, you guys, and I hope that is helpful. And all of you who registered for the mastermind, get ready, October 7th. So excited. And this is where we'll also be bringing EFT, which is emotional freedom technique or therapy, into the mix to squash those limiting beliefs, to get that flashlight out and to be looking through the cobwebs and say, oh my God, that's what is going on right there. And I've been having those moments lately where I've literally been like tapping and just like yelled out a curse word. It's just like, ah. I was like, oh my God, I got it. And I tried to explain it to someone who really is not studying those kind of modalities. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, like the shift was like so gut-wrenching. It was so huge. So can't wait to tell you guys more about that, but I gotta go. We have a play date to tend to, so have an amazing Sunday, you guys. Lots of love, lots of abundance coming your way, and let me know which of these 5 tips hit home, what you're gonna be utilizing, what shifts you'll be making this week, and let's get to it. Bye, everybody.